Hi everyone, welcome to another podcast here at Weber State University. I'm Ken Grasso. I'm the fitness coordinator for the campus recreation program. We're really excited for today's podcast. We have a good group of gals here and we're talking about the Ogden Yoga Fest. So I want to do some introductions and then we'll kind of get into the history of the event, what people can expect, and how to sign up. So in the room with me today, I have Rachelle Taylor, who's been involved with the Ogden Yoga Fest since the beginning and was one of the people that helped get it started. And we also have Julie Smith, who's the director of the YCC here in Ogden. And we have Rachelle Krohn, who is one of our yogis here and teaches all over the local area. So welcome everyone.
Thanks.
First podcast for people here, everybody?
Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Amateur work.
Yeah. Been on television, but never this. So
There you go. Well, this is all amateur stuff, so
Okay,
we're going to
cool.
have a good time today. So I want to start, for folks who are just listening in, if they don't know anything about the Ogden Yoga Fest, what do we want to start them off with?
It's just basically yoga for everybody. It's a great place to get your feet wet with yoga and start understanding what the practice is about and letting go of some of the stipulations that people put on yoga, like you have to be flexible to do yoga, which is totally a myth.
double jointed, in fact, some people
Yeah.
think.
And you absolutely don't. It's just, it ends up being a byproduct of the practice. The practice of yoga is meant to just kind of bring peace into your life, to chill out your mind, let everything relax. You know, it's a fantastic way to challenge your body and challenge your mind at the same time. So really like to see people come and try it, and then for those who are more advanced practitioners, love to see them come and just have a good time. It's just a really good time.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because you don't have to have an idea even of what kind of yoga you want or
Right.
need. You can just come and show up and just try it out. It's really informal to where you don't even have to take a class. You can kind of pop in and out, just talk to people, just meet the community, bring your kids,
Yeah.
check out the vendors, and
So they won't feel awkward if
No,
they haven't done
it's
a
not
lot of
awkward at
this.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of people out there that would love an introduction, and this would be perfect for them.
yeah.
And that's one of the really great things about this festival is we have everything from very beginner classes where people can get that
Good.
idea of the introductory kind of poses and breath and all of that, and then we have more advanced classes, and then we have classes that are just for fun, like people can just come and try being upside down, or we have glow in the dark yoga this year. Come and paint your body with glow in the dark
Oh,
paint and
right.
listen
Yeah.
to some great music, and
Really, it's an awesome
so
variety
it's
for sure.
gonna be good. It's a
That
lot of
sounds fun. I think I need to bring my grandkids. They
Yeah.
get into that. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yes, I think so.
So going back to the history of the event and then the first year, Rachelle, if you can talk a little bit about the first year, and for folks who don't know, this is the third annual. So my involvement has been just the last 2 years, last year and then this year, but Rachelle was involved the first year where I believe the event was held over at the Shepherd Union. So if you can just talk a little bit about your passion for yoga, why you wanted to start the event, what your goal is in partnering with the YCC, and then we'll talk a little bit about the YCC and what that does for the local community and why we're so happy to partner with them.
Right. So the event started just because I went to Salt Lake Yoga Festival, and then I was just thinking, we need to do something in Ogden like this to get the Ogden yoga community together and to just start introducing yoga to people that have no idea what it is, And so I started just bringing it up to some friends of mine, saying, "Are you interested in doing something like this?" And we opened it up. Rachelle was at the first meeting. And we just opened it up as this big community thing, which was fantastic. We had a lot of people who just were really excited about being involved. And then we called Dr. Michael Olpen here. He sponsored us the first year so we could have it in the Union building. And so we just got everything put together. And then with the YCC, I volunteered for you guys teaching yoga there. And it's just such a fantastic place. There's so much that these amazing people do for our community that people don't even know about. And people don't even know they're there, And so we needed somebody to give this money to, because obviously none of us we're yogis. We like, hey, take money. So take this money. So
Wonderful people.
we just wanted to give the money to somebody. And you guys were just the best option, because you just do so much. I'm
We
so
appreciate it.
grateful for them. So, yeah.
And just to interject, if folks are listening, so this is a fundraiser.
Right.
We are
Yes.
raising money. All the proceeds do go to the YCC.
Yeah.
So we're not creating any profit or revenue for Weber State or the fitness program. We're taking all the proceeds and just taking it to the YCC.
Yeah.
It's community service.
Yeah,
Yes.
every single one of our teachers, vendors, everyone is volunteering their time.
And they've been so generous.
Yeah.
I mean, it really means so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So much.
That's a huge part of yoga. It's
It
not
really
just about
is
the
about
poses.
giving.
So we are practicing what we preach by doing these festivals and get-togethers,
Yeah.
serving the community, because that is yoga.
Yes. Yes, there's a lot of different layers of yoga. The asanas or the postures are just the very top layer, just the skim off the top of what this lifestyle really is. So,
Very nice.
yeah.
Well, let's talk with Julie a little bit about the YCC. If folks are listening and they don't know what YCC stands for or what your group is responsible for, can you just kind of dive into that for us?
Would be happy to. We're a family crisis center, is what we are. Originally started out as the YWCA 69 years ago, and it was more of a gathering place. But what happened is as the young women gathered, a lot of problems came out. So soon we were a sexual assault center for them to come and get help. And then domestic violence became a big part of the concerns, and so we opened a domestic violence shelter. Well, they needed a place for children. I mean, a lot of ladies would come and they had children. And so once again, we had to have a child care, plus obviously overnight accommodations. We had to feed people. It just expanded to where now we, of course, have a 24-hour crisis line. We have the shelter there. We just expanded it this past year. And so the money that generous people, such as the ones in this room, have given have made a difference, because we turned away over 250 people last year. We just didn't have room. And so we have literally doubled the size of our shelter. And that should open the end of this month. So this is perfect
Yeah.
timing, really. And so that's what we do. We make sure that we have the accommodations. We have transitional housing for homeless people, homeless families. They have to have children to come here, and we're expanding that. We used to have just the 9 units. Well, we're adding through the community partnerships that we have. So we are going to be housing more homeless families, and of course a lot of domestic violence victims are homeless. They don't have anywhere to go. And so we get them there. We have healthy relationship classes. We have parenting classes, domestic violence, so they understand the difference. Too many, that's all they've ever known. So they keep getting into these relationships. So the idea is to move them on. Some, we get scholarships here to Weber State. They've gone to the ATC. It's so exciting to see them changing their lives. I had a lady approach me 2 days ago and just say, I never dreamed I could do what I'm doing today. That I've got a future, my children have a future. You hear that? That's payday. Frankly, we pay lousy. But the payday, when they come to us and they say, because of what goes on here, and it isn't just YCC. Obviously, if we didn't have fantastic community partners, we could not do what we do. But because of that, we're not only changing the lives of the people that come, the adults, but the children. We had one little guy come to our child care and literally went and curled up in a corner when he got there and would not come out. He was so traumatized. And so it was amazing, because it wasn't just the teachers that were working with him and the advocates working with him. It was the other children. To watch them reach out to him and encourage him and love him. And before long, he was coming out. He was 2 and couldn't talk, all right? But he started to talk. Words, and he'd jabber at you, and you, all right, because he was smiling, and it was so exciting. And to watch the progress that he made was amazing. And so that's what we're all about, to move them from where they're at to where they want to be, and to give them the resources that they need to make that happen.
Sounds like yoga.
Yes,
Seriously, don't you think it's a perfect partnership? I do.
Absolutely.
This is so perfect. And I'll tell you, the first time that we came to accept a check, I was praying for a couple $100. Oh, please, because that would have been, we would have been thrilled. It was a lot more than that. And everybody was just like, oh my word, these people are unreal. And so, like I said, we cannot thank you enough for the help and the difference that it makes to all of these people that come to us literally to help save and change their lives.
Wonderful. And for folks who don't know, Michelle, if you can remember, I can't recall off the top of my head how much we raised last year with the Ogden Yoga Fest.
Last year was over $3,000.
Is that amazing?
I don't remember the exact
It's
number,
really-
but
And I love
Yes.
hearing the difference it's making that you are an outlet for us, because it's a huge gift for us to know that it's actually serving progression.
serving real
These are
people.
people in our
Without
community,
question.
actual people that live near us that need it, that are maybe being forgotten here in Utah. And it's unconditional.
Yeah.
And really giving to the people who really obviously need it.
Well, and thank you. And a lot of people don't know about the services until they need them. And we want to get the word out so that people do know about us, because very rarely are there people that don't either have a situation themselves or know someone, be related to them or something, that don't need our services. So, and we welcome people to come and,
Anybody, everybody. You don't have
Please.
to be a member of a special club or anything.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
Just wanting to help people. That works.
Excellent. Well, let's help get the word out a little bit more here. I know I've pulled up the website on our computer screen here. So if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about the website. I'll pull up the Facebook page. If people are unfamiliar with where you all are located, let's start there. Your location and maybe your hours, so people know when they could come and find you if you're available. I know you mentioned you have the 24-hour crisis line, which is available.
Right, and also, of course, we are open for everyone. Now, we are open 24/7 for people in crisis. The police obviously can call us. You can call 911 if you need police intervention. But we are open, and we have people on call 24/7 that will actually go out. We're at 2261 Adams Avenue here in downtown Ogden. So, like I said, we are open as far as people just coming in, being open as a business. Monday through Thursday, we're open from 8 a.m. Actually, our child care opens at 6:30. But everything else is open after 8 a.m. And then we usually don't close until about 8:30 because of our classes, our open gym for our kids, the many programs. We have a doll dad there, Head Start. You guys have got to come. Come and see.
Driven by it. Actually, it looks nice.
Please. And we like it. So we are there. Friday we close at 6:30. We also have a big warehouse and we accept donations. We hand out clothing vouchers to the homeless as well as our clients. Some come with just the clothes on their backs. So people can donate clothing, furniture, because we furnish the apartments that we rent out. And then if they successfully complete the program, they get their job, they're moving on, they take all the furniture. And then we refurnish their apartments for them. And so our warehouse is open from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So we are open to accept donations there as well. And then we have a cute little thrift store that they can go over and cash in their vouchers. And it's amazing. We only open from like noon to 4, and we have people lined up waiting to go in because we really have good bargains there that people donate things. And so it's what shall I say, a very multi-purpose. But that is our website. And if you'd like to call ahead, I'll give out my own private line, just because if people want to call and find out what is going on there, I'd be happy to talk to them. And my private number is 801-689-1703 is my number.
And if folks are looking for the website, it's ycchope.org. I have it pulled up on the site here. And then you can also click on their Facebook link, and that's going to pull up their Facebook page. So as you can see here, they're updating almost every day. You can find links, inspirational stories. Is there anything that you all are shooting for with your posts? Is there any specific type of content that people could be looking for if they're checking in on your page a lot?
We focus on domestic violence, sexual assault, just because are the main things that we are working with people to hope. Number one, we want to raise awareness and prevent. That's our goal. Hey, I'd love to go out of business. Oh, wouldn't that just be awesome? Think about it. So what we do is we just try to get awareness out of what is going on, the different concerns. We do have a video there, and clients, we have past clients that will actually tell their stories. So they're welcome to go on there and find out. And we're going to be posting the yoga festival on here as well. And so I just need to get back and get that information so that our person can get that up.
Wonderful. So folks at home, if you're listening and you want to help support the YCC, don't hesitate to like their page on Facebook, get all those updates, and just share that with friends and family who might be in need. Wonderful. What great information about the YCC. We couldn't be more excited to partner with you. But I'd like to kind of switch gears and move over to the Yoga Fest, our event, because ladies, I don't think we could be more excited about this year.
Yeah.
I'm even more excited.
Thank you.
I knew what you were doing, but I don't really know, the depth of, I didn't know you were around for so long and all the people you're really changing. You're changing our community.
Well, thank you. It's
Sorry.
a good community.
I know we're trying to switch gears.
No,
but
and I appreciate that. And, to me, like we said, this is so perfect. What a perfect partnership because of what yoga stands for. I mean, it is more than an exercise. And I would like to get that out to more people because I teach a class up here at the university. And I want to get that out to all age groups. Students need to know about this. I mean, when I taught a stress class last semester, you talk about yoga and you think of ladies. I'm sorry, and I don't mean
true.
And I came up to watch the yoga class a minute ago. Half of them were gentlemen, and they were having a great time. And I'm going, this is so good to know. So that this is about everybody. It is about everybody being healthy, aware of themselves, feeling good, and being able to relax. And to me, that is so important to stay healthy.
Yeah.
To be able to relax. So yoga,
it's a practice that meets the individual where they're at. It serves what it is they're trying to accomplish or let go of. So it just takes a variety of forms. It can be healing, empowering. It really can't be defined.
It
has its place in everyone's life.
Meets the person where they're at. And there's so many different levels. I mean, if you're physically unable, yoga can meet you in a place of meditation and just not necessarily having to move the body as much as working your mind, And so there's a whole array of different styles and types of yoga. So I love that. It meets you where you're at. It's so true.
Well, and we need to get that out because there's a lot of people that I think that they need to find peace here and have it go so that their body feels that
Absolutely.
and can be healthy.
And not everybody comes to the class with that intention, and that's okay.
You gotta start
I think it eventually evolves into that. And people figure it out, but it just takes little seeds. So people can just come to my class wanting to stretch their hamstrings, and I'm cool with that.
Can you tell me times? Because I would like to know what times the classes are.
For the festival or for here?
And both. I think it's very important to get the dates of the festival and the times. Once again, I want to get it out, obviously, to all of our people, supporters, plus students here. I think it's important that they are aware of that.
The energy here is great, and the diversity. I love teaching here because I'm getting tons of students, different ages, professors, old, young, dudes, athletes. Like, there's just so many different intentions that are walking into my room. Everyone's looking to get something out of it, and some of them don't even know why they're even there. Something drew them, and they don't have to know. They can come with a clean slate and let it figure out as they move on. So the times, let's talk about that.
Okay.
You wanted to know the festival times on Friday the 10th?
Yeah.
It starts at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Goes
afternoon.
until
8:30.
4 to 8.
And there's 3 classes running at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So
a total of 9
you can
classes to choose
choose
from.
between the classes, 90 minutes each.
Mm-hmm.
So are they based on skill level, age? What are we talking? What?
Just different choices in classes. So you can read the description and decide what works best for you. This is fantastic.
Could I have one of those to post, please?
Take it. So this one is a good place to start. Storytime yoga is going to cover some of the history of the postures and why the postures are what they are. And
can you tell us just one? Like maybe the warrior or something like that.
Yeah, Virabhadrasana was an amazing warrior. And in the Hindu philosophy, he was actually born, I believe it was from the mind of... it was from Shiva. No, I haven't got the gods right
Shiva
in my
and
mind.
Shanti.
No, it was
Vishnu,
I believe, and I could have this totally off. But he was born from Vishnu to protect somebody, and he was just this amazing warrior. and I wish that I wish I could remember the
I'm
exact
impressed
story.
that
And then one of the
has
ones,
a story.
yes, Hanuman is one of my favorite stories. So Hanuman is the monkey god, and Hanuman had such fantastic devotion to his sire that when his lord's wife was kidnapped by this evil king, Hanuman ran through this jungle and jumped an entire ocean to get to her, to save her.
Righty.
Yes.
It's a whole new definition of broad jumping, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine this beautiful monkey god in this beautiful splits jumping across this entire ocean to reach her. And his story is like a story about devotion and love and
commitment
and
overcoming
honor.
obstacle,
Overcoming
flexibility,
obstacles.
letting go
Yes.
of blockages,
Yes.
thus
So-
opening the hamstrings.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
See? Okay.
So he's going to
Gets me
cover those
excited.
kind of stories.
Okay. Awesome.
This is my husband, Chris Taylor. He's teaching a meditation class.
Okay.
And he's just going to go over some really great different kinds of meditation. We have a chakra workshop, which are the different energy channels in your body. Rachelle is teaching this fantastic yoga for athletes.
Oh, challenge. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, it'll actually be really therapeutic, and I call it yoga for athletes just kind of for a fun title for the flexible
Yeah.
for the festival. But really, anybody can come, and we're going to use foam rollers and do different things to kind of release the fascia and scar tissue, and it'll be for everybody. It'll be delicious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then let's see, we've got Power Vinyasa. Bobby Bowman is a fantastic teacher. I see her at the studio that I practice at quite often.
She's a local business owner. She owns the
she
Snap
is.
Fitness up in North Ogden.
Oh,
Yes, she
all
does.
right.
She's wonderful.
I teach for her up there.
And
She's
then
great.
Yin Yoga is one that's taught here quite often, and it's really good. It's about like really getting deep into the fascia and connective tissue, and it's really more of a mental practice than a physical practice. Just that ability to let everything go, and that's one of the things that we really have a hard time in this world, because everything is go go go, fast, push button, want it now. There's no silence, and Yin Yoga is a place to find that silence and let everything go down. This is the glow in the dark yoga that I was talking about earlier.
Sounds good.
We have, yes, I saw this.
I wanted to hold this up as Michelle's talking about being busy. She was in an article in the signpost here at Weber State about stop glorifying busy.
Yeah.
It was a really nice article for students. Just there's that culture, and it's really rampant amongst students about getting involved, being super busy. A lot of our students are working full time, and so they're never slowing down.
Yeah.
They're never stopping. And it becomes almost a culture of how busy can we be, how much can we complain about
Almost
how
a
busy
status,
we are.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so we're trying to get people to take a time out, carve out some time for themselves, come to a fun event. Like we mentioned, is going to be Friday, October 10th, and then Saturday, October 11th.
Yes.
What time's on Saturday?
Saturday we've got 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
So a total of how many classes?
So I believe that there are 27. So there's 9 on Friday, and let's count. There's 3, 1, 2, 3,
26.
26 classes.
Plus kirtan, which is music.
Right, kirtan,
Live
and
music.
that's fun. You should talk about your kirtan.
Yeah, right now? You guys want to talk about kirtan? Okay. So between 12:05 p.m. and 1 on Saturday, kirtan is a type of yoga. It's using your voice and breath, and it's kind of like chanting, but more lively. We use different instruments, and it's not a concert. It's really interactive, and it's not choir practice either.
Do you have to sing well?
You don't.
No.
You
Okay,
don't
good.
have to be on key, and you don't even have to sing if you don't want to. Just you being there and just having your presence and your vibration sitting there is good enough. But it's really hard not to
Want to join in?
because it's loud and it's really
Sounds
a
fun.
group thing.
Yeah.
There's one singer who will, recite a chant that has a lot of intention and meaning behind it. Each chant and kirtan song has different meanings. It's all in Sanskrit. So some of them will be perhaps about inviting in release for stress, and you can define the meaning of each one, you know, and it's not necessarily religious, but it is
spiritual.
It's spiritual.
Yeah.
It is for some more than other. It's just about finding your own experience with it. So there'll be a singer that will recite and repeat a line and a phrase, and then the group chants back and sings back. And you can dance and you can clap, and your kids will love it. It's really fun, and
Sounds like it.
it's cultural. It's you know, an ancient culture that this has been practiced for centuries. Yoga and kirtan has always been a part of it since the beginning, since the Rig Veda.
I think so.
Ancient
Well, and
scripture.
I think in every culture, there's always music that brings a
Yes.
community together and that enlivens your spirit and raises that vibration she was just talking about. And this is the Indian style of that particular piece of culture, but I think it's applicable to everybody, you know, because we all do it. We all sing out and rejoice and are happy and joyous, and that's just what this is. It's just about coming and being happy and enjoying.
Celebrating.
Yeah.
It sounds like
There'll
that
be
is.
drums, guitar,
How
Yeah.
cymbals.
fun.
I might shake the rain stick. So, and you don't have to sit there. You know, people can shop around. It's not a formal thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
have a new experience.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about what people can shop for. Let's talk about our vendors, who we're excited about, what types of items we'll be selling, what types of products will be available, and what people can expect when they're showing up.
The
Cool.
vendors, we have some awesome
Awesome.
vendors, and Rachelle and Brian really helped find a lot of the vendors. So we have a lady coming in to make custom jewelry, and she's going to have some that's already made to sell, but she's going to be making jewelry on site. We have another one that's doing oh gosh, what is it? Henna tattoos. We have Monkey G. They're selling some clothes, some different kinds of yoga clothes, different yoga.
It's a local yoga
accessories.
clothing company. They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
We also have Timeless Yoga. I'm going to
Mhm.
be hanging out at the table with Laura. She's the owner of South Ogden Timeless Yoga Studio.
Yeah.
She makes jewelry. She'll have clothes. I make yoga mat bags, and we'll have
Beautiful
tons of cool
bags.
stuff.
Yeah.
All really affordable, and all of the vendors, our profits we're donating.
15%. They're all
Wow.
donating 15%.
Thank you. Thank you.
We also have there's one that I'm very
Hippie Skin?
excited about. Hippie
Bethany
Skin.
is also a local
Mhm.
vendor.
We have
All of our vendors are local.
Yes, they are. Every
We're not
single one
bringing
of
in
them.
Nike.
No,
Sorry.
No, one of them
No.
that I'm really excited about. A young lady just barely opened up a yoga art school for children, and she's asked
Bumblebee,
to be there.
right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Bumblebee, and
awesome.
I'm very excited about her presence there, just because it's so great to get these little kids started into meditation and moving their bodies and artistic expression at a young age, so that they can learn that it's okay to move and sing and
Yes.
play and and so she's gonna be there. I don't know that she's selling anything, but she is just offering information about her school that she's opened. And so yeah, we have 7 really fantastic vendors
Wonderful.
that are coming, 8 because you and Laura have teamed up. So
Yeah, I think our vendors want to be here not just to sell their stuff, but like, look, we're here, we're part of the community, and we have great things to support you.
yeah.
So
it's gonna
Raise
really
awareness
fun.
about
Yeah.
all of the
connecting.
Yeah.
programs.
There's going to be so
This
many
is-
awesome yoga instructors here, and not just ones teaching, but I know a lot of people in the community. I know you do too, and people are really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
They're looking forward to coming and seeing, friends that we don't often get to see. Us yoga teachers don't often get to see each other.
Yeah,
We're busy teaching, so we get to come together and hang out, exchange ideas, talk about what we're working on in our communities,
Yeah.
because we're all out there planting seeds and living our practice as we can. So
Yeah.
A little time to practice together too, perhaps, if you can sneak into a class.
absolutely,
your table
it is a
the whole
treat
time.
when you're a busy yoga teacher and you start to get jealous of your yoga students. So
Well, I think that's one of the most important pieces of being a yoga teacher, is having that practice.
absolutely.
Because it really, whether it's sitting in your meditation practice or doing your asana practice or studying, whatever type of practice that you're doing, it needs to be done as a yoga teacher. You don't have anything to give your students.
Yeah,
you have to live your.
You sharing what experiences you know.
Exactly.
Sharing your own tools.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? Thank you. Thank you.
And the facility is gorgeous. The Wildcat Center is
such
amazing.
Could you kind of explain how to get here for people that aren't aware?
Well, there'll be signs up this year because I know it's hard when you come through the entrance.
We're going to have a sandwich board for sure on our street, directing people down where they need to hang that left. But when you turn into Weber State University, you're just going to hang a right on South Dixon Drive. No matter which entrance you come in, you're just going to start heading up and around. And when you come down the hill and you see the big Wildcat Village, the 3 residence halls on the right and the soccer field on the left, you hang a left right before the soccer field, and that takes you right to the Wildcat Center, which is a brand new facility. This is our 2nd year.
It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. We have one room that overlooks the soccer fields, so you're filled with green plush just outside the windows. The sun comes over the mountains. It's very nice. We have a 2nd room on the 2nd floor that has internal viewing of the arena and then external windows out into the main area. And then we're using room 119 down in the Swenson complex, which is a much bigger room than the 2 rooms that we're going to be using here in the Wildcat Center. So our facilities are great. If folks were here last year, we're hoping that we've got the heating and cooling issues really honed in. Our building was brand new last year, so we weren't able to get the rooms quite as warm in some instances as we like to, but we made the best of the event knowing that it's the partnership.
We still got sweaty.
Yeah.
Still generated that internal heat,
heat.
And that's what the yoga instructors are really fantastic with, is we just work with the environment that we have and try to make the best of it, knowing that we're partnering with the YCC and that's really the intent, is to come have fun, learn some new things, and then give back to the community. So I appreciate you highlighting our new center. I know you had mentioned earlier about classes on campus, so I want to walk through just a little bit of the information about signing up, the website, the Facebook page where people can get more in-depth bios and photos of the instructors that they'll see on the schedule, and you can just expect to interact that way for the next 9 days. We're only 9 days away.
Yeah.
So for folks who don't know how to get signed up or where to get some more information, if you go to weber.edu/fitness, this is the home page. You'll see the banner that we have right across the top. And so our banner and our graphic was created by Utah Custom Apparel. I want to give them a plug. They've created all of our shirts. If I can have someone hold this up and model it for people who are viewing. The first 50 to sign up will get this shirt for free, and then we'll have them on sale at the event.
Fits great. It's really
They're
soft.
really beautiful.
Super soft. We really switched them up. I really like the fabric.
Nice.
They're very hippie. I like them.
I think we did a good job.
Very Ogden.
Yes.
We love Ogden.
So Utah Custom Apparel, thank you. Taylor does a fantastic job. If people are ever looking to get graphics done or shirts done, Utah Custom Apparel is a wonderful company to work with. So when you land here, you click on the banner, and then you'll notice we have the dates and the times set up right at top. We have a nice graphic that'll take you to our Facebook page. Again, the prepay option, the first 50 will get their shirt, and then we have the day of registration prices listed right there. So again, if you're coming on Friday, it's only $10 just for that day. If you're showing up Saturday, it's $15, and then if you want both days and you're signing up the day of the event, it'll be $30, but if you prepay, we give you the $25 rate, and then we also have a couple rate for both days, which is $40, and that couple rate just applies to 2 in the same household, so not necessarily a spouse and a partner, could be any 2 from that household. We'll count them as a couple.
Good to know.
So that's a little bit about our pricing. If you scroll down a little bit more, you'll get the detailed schedule. As Michelle was saying, we have 9 classes on Friday night, and then 17 on Saturday, if I did my math right. You can click on the PDF link right underneath the schedule. It'll take you to the PDF of all the instructors where you can scroll through and get photos and little blurbs. And again, I want to highlight our Facebook page where you can see today's post was Michelle. We can pull that up. You can see a nice photo. You can get a nice description over here on the right of her credentials, her biography, and then a little bit about what she's going to be teaching. So a great way to take a look at our instructors is to just kind of scroll through the history of our Facebook page, take a look at all of the wonderful people who will be here. Here's a nice picture of Rachelle's.
Yo Baga Baga.
Yo Baga Baga.
I make those.
She makes them.
Those are scissors. Sewing. I sew those.
They're super great. If you want to tell people, they're handcrafted. The strap comes out so people can use
some of them.
Okay.
I'm making a more affordable version. Most of them will be about $30 this year. Handcrafted, but I'm kind of OCD. I'm a perfectionist, so they're really stitched well. They're made to last, and variety. It's fun to have a unique bag.
Cool.
And I donate all my profits. It's just my fun little side business.
Well, and you can choose your materials, right?
Sure.
You'll let somebody
I make
choose.
custom bags.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's not shipped to China. It's literally me sewing them.
I think it's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Wonderful. Last thing I wanted to highlight, as Julie mentioned, I appreciate you plugging the yoga classes here at Weber State. I don't want to spend too much time focusing on them, but for students, faculty, and staff who are attending Weber State, if you're interested in getting a list of our classes, again, the URL is weber.edu/fitness. We always have our Google Calendar of today's classes uploaded on the home page, so you can see Rachelle taught this morning at 10:30, has the location, but over here on the right, if you click on the schedule, it's going to pull up all the classes that we offer for free. I want to emphasize that again, for free. Yes. These classes are 100% free. You just need to bring your active wildcard over to the center. If you're not a Weber State student, we have passes available online for the community.
And they're really inexpensive.
We try to keep the prices really low. Good. We're just, again, trying to make all of our classes accessible for anybody who's willing and excited to start their practice.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah. Wow, that went by so fast.
It did.
Is there anything else that we want to cover before we start wrapping things up here?
Oh, just saying a big thank you, because it's all of, like I said, all the teachers are volunteering their time, and if it weren't for them, this wouldn't happen. So big thank you to all of the teachers who are taking their time out of their Friday and Saturday night to come up here and make this event possible.
And I just like to say thank you to everybody. I mean, talk about team effort. This is amazing. It really is. Bringing everything together, it is a major undertaking. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for what you do, the lives you live, and the generosity that you give. Thank you so much.
And thank you for what you do, because the world is a better place from what the YCC does for everyone. That's so true.
Well, we do it all together. When we do it, then it works. It really does. So thank you for doing this.
Wonderful. Well, the gratitude is going all around. From our side, I'd like to say thank you to everybody in this room. I know Michelle's put a lot of time and energy into getting the schedule together. Rachelle's been involved as well. So I just want to put a big thank you out so that I didn't have to take on a lot. I feel like this is a really easy event for us to put on. We provide the facility, we help out with the marketing, but all of the classes, the vendors, that was all these two. So a big thank you to you all for getting that put together so that my life isn't too chaotic with the beginning of school. But for any last things that we want to tell people, we have our schedule. You can find our poster up in the community. I can pull it out here real quick. And we have plenty of extra copies. So Julie, if you want to take one with you or a few with you.
If I could take several, I would.
If people want to take a look, this is what you can find all over the community, I would imagine. We have these out in other studios around the area.
All over the yoga studios. There's some more. Do you want some more schedules?
Yes, because I would like to get them out and about.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, I think that does it for our Ogden Yoga Fest podcast. I want to thank everybody for listening. Again, don't forget this event is next week, October 10th and 11th. More information at weber.edu/fitness, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah.